Hi students, today we are going to continue the topic what we discussed in the last class, polynomials. Today we are going to uh, do the sums based on the remainder theorem. Okay, remainder theorem. So what is this remainder theorem basically mean? See, remainder theorem is, yeah, before coming to this remainder theorem, let me solve one sum. Find the remainder obtained by dividing x cube plus 1 divided by x plus 1. So usually what we do when we have to find the remainder, we have to divide the polynomial and then we will find the remainder. Correct? So that is one way we can find the remainder. The other way is by using remainder theorem also you can find the remainder. This we already one class we did. Last class we explained that. Anyway, because we are explaining clearly with the help of remainder theorem. What is remainder theorem? How can you find remainder without dividing the polynomials? Okay. So before that, let me divide this polynomial x cube plus 1 by x plus 1. So, and everybody know because we solved around the more than two sums based on this concept. Anyway, once again I will be just dividing it. Always check the degree of p of x is greater than g of x. If I take this as p of x, this I will take it as g of x. So both the polynomials, the degrees if you compare, this p of x degree always should be greater than the g of x degree. Of course, yes, because p of x degree is 3 and g of x degree is 1. So obviously p of x degree is greater than g of x. We can continue the division. And what you observe in this, here we have x cube term and constant term. And if you consider the powers of x, we have 3 power 3 here and directly we have constant. Here two terms, two powers of x are missing. What are those? 0, x square. As I said before, if that power or if that particular term is not there, you just multiply with 0 and put it so that you can easily understand while doing division. That is very, very important. Okay. When you do like that, it will be difficult to understand otherwise. Okay. So here, what is the first term here? Yeah, again here you write the divisor. Okay. What is the first term here? X cube. So x cube divided by, what is the first term of divisor? X. What we do? Usually x into x divided by x, correct? So x cube can be written as x into x and we are dividing the first term of divisor. First term of dividend and first term of divisor. So x will get cancelled. X into x is x square. So take it as x square. Got it? X square into x cube, x square into 1, which is x square. So this will be understood? X square into x cube plus x square into 1, x square. And we have to subtract. When you subtract, your signs will change, correct? Before this is plus, nothing is there. Already I told if nothing is there, you have to assume it as plus. So plus will be minus, again plus will be minus. Here you just subtract. When you subtract, what happens? X cube and x cube will get cancelled. You will be left with 0x square minus x square, which is minus x square. Okay, plus again you just take 0 into x. Got it? So similarly here, what is the first term? Minus x square, which is minus x into x. What is the first term here? X. So x will get cancelled. What is remaining? Minus x. So write it as minus x. So minus x into x, minus x square, minus x into plus 1, which is minus x. Got it? So now again we have to subtract. Whenever you subtract, obviously signs will change. Correct? So this minus will become plus and this minus will become plus. So what you got? X square and x square will get cancelled. Here 0x plus x, which is x. Correct? See, variable though we have to write just like number, adding only 0, and here nothing is there, means 1x. Correct? So 0 plus 1. Don't take this sign. You should take this sign, which we changed. So 0x plus 1x will be x. 0 plus 1 is 1. Similarly, 0x plus 1x is x. So take this 1 down. So again, what is the first term here? X. And what is the first term here? X. So x by x is what? 1. So take plus 1. So remember which sign we have to take. Here minus x we got, that's the reason I taken minus x. Here we got plus 1, so we have to take plus 1. So 1 into x plus 1 into 1, which is 1. So subtract. When you subtract, obviously x plus 1 minus x and 1 minus 1, 0. What you got? Remainder as 0. Got it? You got remainder as 0. This is how you have to find the remainder by division method. Got it? Okay. I'll just explain once again here. Here, this sum, when you assume that p of x is x cube plus 1, whether they're given x cube plus 1 and the g of x is x plus 1. Here in x cube plus 1, you just look at the polynomial. You don't have the x square term and you do not have the x term. Only x cube and constant are there. We do not have these two terms, which is that x square and x terms. So what I did, which are not there, correct, the terms which are not there, you just take it as 0 into that term. For example, you have x square is not there, 0 into x square, x is not there, 0 into x. So we can write it as x cube plus 0x square plus 0x plus 1. Okay, you return the dividend in that form. So you can see here x cube is there, x square is there, 1 is there, and obviously constant is also there. So all are in a particular order. So then it will be easy to divide. Okay, division will become easy. That's the reason we are writing like that. And the same method what we followed in the last classes. What is the first term here? X cube. Understood? So what is the first term here? X. So x cube divided by x. So x cube can be written as x into x divided by x. So 1x and 1x will get cancelled. You will be left out with x square. So take x square. So x square into x cube, x square into 1, x square. Got it? So subtract. When you subtract, the second polynomial signs will change. So second term signs will change. Here, before it is nothing is there means plus. So you change it to minus. Again here plus is there, change it to minus. So subtract x cube minus x cube. We'll get 0 and x square. In here we have minus x square. So here, see, it is nothing but 0 only. Understood? 0. Here we have 1. X square is nothing but 1x square. So 0 minus 1. What is 0 minus 1? You will get minus 1. X square as it is here. So minus x square, then take 0x out, down. Here what is the first term? Minus x square. What is the first term here? X. So minus x square can be written as minus x into x. Isn't it? And here what is the first term? X. So x and x will get cancelled. You will be left out with minus x, minus x. Remember, you should be clear with the signs. If you don't consider this sign, definitely your answer will wrong. So minus x you have to take. So that is the reason minus x. So minus x into first term, minus x into x, minus x square, minus x into plus 1, which is minus x. Got it? So again here we have to subtract. So signs will change. Minus x square will become plus. Again minus 1 will become plus 1x. So x square minus x square plus x square will be 0. 0 I am not writing actually. You can write also 0 and 0x minus 1x, which is 0x plus 1x. See, this change of sign you have to take. 0x plus 1x is x, and you just take down 1 down. So you will be left with x plus 1. And now here what is the first term? X. So x, and what is the first term here? X. So x by x is 1. Correct? First term of this and first term of this. So x by x is 1. So you should take 1 here. So 1 into x, and plus 1 into 1 is 1. So now we have to subtract. So change the sign. So this plus x will become minus x, plus 1 will become minus 1, x minus x 0, 1 minus 1 0. You got the remainder as 0. Okay. So we divided and we found the remainder as 0. Okay. Next, we will come to the remainder theorem. See, here we divided and found. By using remainder theorem, no need to divide. You can directly use one formula and you can find the remainder directly. We are not using this division method there. That we will explain now. That I'll explain to you. Just look at this statement. Let p of x be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1 and let a be any real number if p of x is divided by linear polynomial x minus a, okay, then remainder is p of a. So this is little confusing or it is not exactly confusing, it is tricky. You can observe. I'll just remove this so that I can make you understand what is that remainder theorem is. So what is remainder theorem? Here what we have to consider, the condition is P of x is any polynomial, means they are telling about dividend. So dividend is P of x and we are considering a polynomial, linear polynomial, x minus a. What is the division algorithm or division formula? You remember one formula I written like when once we were doing the last classes, you might have like come across this. I wrote and explained. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. This I wrote. I hope everybody come across this. Alright. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Here, what they are telling, we have to consider P of x as a polynomial, which should be degree should be greater than or equal to 1. That is the condition. You remember, P of x degree should always be greater than equal to 1. It cannot be less than 1. Means constant you cannot divide. That is the meaning of it. Okay. So always remember, whichever you are dividing, that polynomial degree should be greater than 1 or equal to 1, but not less than 1. Okay. And what we just let P of x, I'll consider as dividend. Okay. And Q of x, divisor I'll take it as G of x. Okay. Or which is in this case, they are dividing with what you can just look at this. Let a be any real number. P of x is divided by linear polynomial x minus a. So they are dividing a P of x, any polynomial. P of x may be any polynomial. They are dividing with x minus a, which is a linear polynomial. Why it is linear polynomial? Because the highest power of x is 1. That's the reason it is considered as linear polynomial. So g of x they are taken as x minus a, and quotient q of x you will take it as quotient. Okay, and remainder you take it as r of x, anything is fine. Remainder you take it as r of x or r. So now just you can write here in this formula, when you substitute there in the place of dividend, I am writing it as P of x, and divisor I am taking it as x minus a into quotient, as I said I'll write q of x plus remainder. What we have to find here? We have to find the remainder. When remainder is possible? When to find that remainder? How can we find the remainder? See here, we are dividing with which like term, which is x minus a, correct? We are dividing with linear polynomial x minus a. See, when I take x minus a, just you consider, equate it to 0. Easy method I am explaining you. Equate this, which you are dividing. It means divisor. Whatever the divisor you have, that divisor you equate to 0. Okay, when you equate to 0, for example, here I am dividing this P of x with x minus a. This is our divisor, correct? So, divisor I am making it equal to 0. So, x minus a equal to 0. So, what is x value? A, correct? When I send this minus a that side, you will get plus a. So, x value is a. Substitute in the place of x, a. Correct? In the place of x, you have to substitute a. So, if I substitute in the place of x, a, this will become a minus a into q of x plus r of x, both are same, because remainder may be constant or it may be a linear variable also sometimes. Okay, linear polynomial also. So, a minus a into q of x plus r. Always we know that, everybody knows that a minus a is what? 0. 0 into q of x plus r. So you can observe here we got P of a as r, means you got your remainder without dividing. You can just check out the steps. Anywhere I divided, see, I never divided, correct? I not at all divide anything like P of x with G of x. Just now we did, right? We did x cube plus 1, we divide with x plus 1, whatever that is. That we are not doing that at all here. Correct? Just we are following one particular algorithm or formula here. What I did, I'll just explain once again. we know this formula before in the last class also we discussed. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Got it? So we are going to find the remainder without division. Correct? That is only that remainder theorem means. Correct? So we are going to find the remainder without actual polynomial division. So let P of x is the dividend. So we are considering the polynomial P of x, which is a dividend, and G of x are considered as a linear polynomial, which is x minus a. X minus a can be x minus 2, x minus 3 when you take it as a sum, anything is fine. So x minus a is divisor. So quotient I am assuming as q of x, remainder I am assuming it as r. So just substitute these values in this formula. So dividend is p of x, divisor is x minus a, and quotient q of x plus remainder is r. Got it? So now what I am going to do is this divisor, whatever the divisor we are considering, which is x minus a, I am equating it to 0. So equate this x minus a to 0. When you equate x minus a to 0, your minus a will become plus a, because we are sending that minus a that side, will become x is equal to a. Correct? Wherever x is there in this algorithm, wherever in this, or you can write take it as a formula. In this formula, wherever x is there, you substitute a. So it becomes P of a. Correct? Here x is there, so I substituted a. Again, in the place of x, I am substituting a. So it will become a minus a, and the remaining, they retain as it is. So q of x r. So a minus a, what is a minus a? As like 2 minus 2. Obviously, it is 0. So 0 into q of x plus r. So we got P of a as r. It means if you substitute this real number a, see a is any real number. Okay, a is maybe 1 by 2, a may be 2 or 3, any number. But it should be a real number. So when you substitute x is equal to a in this P of x, okay, you are getting the remainder r. So this is your remainder theorem. Okay, this we are going to like do it, or this we are going to apply for the sums. Okay, just let me do some sums so that you can understand clearly the what remainder theorem is. Okay, so just let me consider one sum. Find the remainder. Let me I just erase this. I hope you understood remainder theorem, what exactly remainder theorem is. Find the remainder. The sum is find the remainder when x power 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. See, whenever they ask to find the remainder, you no need to divide. Remember, every time, once we know, before you are dividing, because you don't know what is remainder theorem is. Correct? Now, we know remainder theorem, so no need to divide it at all. So just you can apply the remainder theorem. Just you compare this with this, what we solved so far, what we proved so far. So P of x is the dividend. So let P of x will be this. Let P of x be, let P of x is x power 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1. Correct? We have assumed P of x as this. Correct? Now we are dividing with x minus a. Correct? Here you see what g of x we are taken, x minus a. Here it will be x minus 1. That's all. What is the difference? Here P of x is given. The P of x is not given because it's a general proof. That is the reason they didn't given P of x. We assumed it as just a polynomial and we did it. So P of x we are taken as a dividend. What is the P of x? We know that P of x. And g of x they are given it as x minus 1. So now what is the first step you should do? First you have to write P of x and g of x. Always remember you should equate g of x to 0. First step is you have to equate g of x to 0. When you equate g of x to 0, it is nothing but you are equating x minus 1 to 0. Correct? Okay, you have to equate x minus 1 to 0. So what x will become? It will become 0 plus 1, which is 1. Correct? We are sending minus 1 left side, so x will become 1. So wherever x is equal to 1 we got, here where we have to substitute here, x is equal to a, we substitute in the place of x. Similarly, this x is equal to 1, this 1 you have to substitute in p of x. Means wherever x is there, you substitute 1. So what do you get? P of 1 is equal to 1 power 4 plus 1 cube minus 2 into 1 square plus 1 plus 1. See, constant so it will not change. That 1 retain as it is. And in the place of x, substitute 1. Again, x cube, 1 cube minus 2 into 1 square plus 1 plus 1. So what happens? 1 plus 1 is 1. I'm directly writing 1 power 4 is 1. So 1, write one more step. So 1, again 1, minus 2 into 1 square is 2, plus 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. So again 2 minus 2 plus 2. Correct? So 2 minus 2 is 0, 0 plus 2, which is 2. So what is your remainder here? 2. So we got the remainder without actual division. So that is the purpose of our remainder theorem. Okay, I'll explain once again. Find the remainder when x power 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. So we have to find the remainder, okay, by dividing with x minus 1. They are not asking you to, they are just asking you to find the remainder. Are they like telling you to use remainder theorem or to divide? So which is the easiest way to find the remainder? You can use remainder theorem. Even you can do that by division also, but it takes a lot of time. Why? Because we know remainder theorem, so directly we can proceed with that. So what is p of x? We are assuming x power 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1, and g of x. G of x is always divisor. What is divisor given? X minus 1. So what is the first step we have to do? Write p of x and g of x. After writing g of x, whenever you are using remainder theorem, remember that g of x you should equate to 0. So whatever g of x we have, that equate to 0. So x minus 1 is equal to 0. And find x value. What will be x value? If x minus 1 is equal to 0, your x will be, this minus 1 will go that side, will become 0 plus 1, x is equal to 1. So this x is equal to 1, you substitute in p of x. So wherever x is there, you substitute 1. So p of 1 is equal to x power 4 means 1 power 4 plus x cube means 1 cube minus 2 into x square means 2 into 1 square plus x is 1 and constant as it is you write. So 1 power 4 is 1, 1 cube is 1, minus 2 into 1 square is minus 2 and 1 plus 1 is 2. So here if you observe 1 plus 1 is 2, so 2 minus 2 plus 2, 2 minus 2 is 0, so 0 plus 2 is 2. So what is the remainder for this polynomial when you divide with x minus 1? Remainder is 2. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, we are just doing one more sum of the same type. Okay, let's look at this. Find the remainder. Find the remainder when x cube minus ax square, x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a is divided by x minus a, is divided by x minus a. So see, this procedure what I followed for the last sum, we are going to follow the same procedure here. There is no change in that. Okay, what is the first step you have to take? Let p of x equal to x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a. This is the first step you have to take. Next, what is g of x? Always remember p of x is dividend and g of x is divisor. And everybody knows that the degree of p of x is always greater than 1. Okay, and it should be greater than g of x also. Okay, so x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a is your p of x and g of x is x minus. This is first step. Next, what we have to do? Always we have to equate g of x to 0. So equate g of x to 0. It means what? We are equating x minus a to 0. So if x minus a is equal to 0, your x will be plus a, isn't it? So just minus a, we are sending that side. So your x value become a. So wherever x is there, you have to substitute in p of x, not in g of x. Remember, wherever x is there, you should substitute in the p of x. It will become p of a. Always remember this x value, whatever you get once you equate to 0, you should substitute in p of x. Okay, unknowingly don't substitute in g of x. You'll get always 0 if you substitute. So whenever you substitute x is equal to a in p of x, you will get x cube, which is a cube minus a into a square plus 6 into a minus a. Just I am replacing x with a, that's all. Constant as it is we got. Remaining things you can just observe. Wherever x is there, I just substituted a. So a cube, here a into a square, a power 1 into a power 2, which is, all of you remember this formula, I believe. A power m into a power n is a power n plus n. Correct? So a power 1 into a square, bases are same. So we should add the exponents. So here m and n are 1 and 2. So just add it. A power 3 minus a power 3, because 1 plus 2 is 3. And 6a minus a. Correct? A cube. They'll get cancelled. A cube minus a cube. So 6 minus a means 6a minus a, which is 5a. So what is the remainder here? Remainder is 5a. Okay, I hope you understood this. I'll just explain once again. Find the remainder when x cube minus ax squared plus 6x minus a is divided by x minus a. So definitely we are using remainder theorem. Correct? Once we know remainder theorem, why to divide? So we can use remainder theorem to find the remainder of this division. So first, let p of x is equal to, just consider p of x as dividend, which is that x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a. Next, divisor, which are divided by, correct? Divisor will be g of x, which is x minus a. So now, first, we have written p of x and g of x. Next is, we have to equate g of x to 0. So equate g of x to 0. What is g of x? X minus a. So x minus a, you equate it to 0. So x will become, minus will, a will go that side. So it will become plus a. So x is equal to a. Correct? And whatever the value of x you got here, substitute that x value in p of x. So just substitute that here. So wherever x is there, you substitute a. So p of a is equal to a cube, means, sorry, x cube. In the place of x, I am substituting a cube minus a into x square, a square plus 6 into a minus a. So a cube, a square into a, which is by using this a power m into a power n formula, exponents will be added. So bases are same, exponents will be added. So a cube plus 6a minus a. A cube minus a cube, it is 0. Correct, I didn't written here, it will become 0. Plus 6a minus a, which is 5a. So remainder of this particular division is 5a. Okay? Okay, I hope you understood, students. Thank you. Please share, comment, like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. Take care.